Lessons I learned from living in a much smaller home. The first lesson I learned is that I could only own fewer things. And the things I tended to keep are the things that I love to look at every day. So I don't have such huge rooms that I can't see the things I want to see every day. So in this little tiny living room, I have a lot of things that I really love that I kept from my big house. So these are the books that I weaned out and kept for myself. I had in my big 3,000 square foot house, I had shelves and shelves of books, but I probably looked at only 2 or 3 dozen of them off and on. And these are the books I've kept because I know at some point I'll go back and read them. And we had a lot of art, but I ended up saving the ones that I really cherished. And this is a guitar player oil painting that my husband brought from Peru long time ago, about 25 years ago during his travels. We used to have huge live Christmas trees in our living room, but for the last 3 years, because the room is small, I can only afford to have this little Christmas tree. There's only enough space for this artificial Christmas tree. However, I have saved all the ornaments that I really love. So I'm going to turn on the lights and show you what I really love. See, these are very unique pieces. Many of them are given to me by a friend from her collection. And there's a little star up there that's not lit up. This is like a lace star, which is very, very old. And this is an old Santa made out of tin. And this is an old drum embroidered on satin cloth. And these are also little pieces made out of satin. And here's an old angel. These are all antique pieces. And I found this unique Christmas light setup. I'll light it for you. In a boutique shop nearby. And the store, I had only 4 of them. But I couldn't resist buying all 4 of them because I haven't seen many of these around. And these are all different varieties of Santa. They're all antiques. And each one has a different face. All are carved from wood. And I love to look at them. I love to look at them. When I had my huge home with huge trees and standard Christmas ornaments, it was more of a chore than an enjoyment. Of course, I enjoyed it when all the lights came on in the evening for maybe a few minutes, but then I never really spent time looking at the details. So here's another one of those trees. I'll turn the light on this again here. And see, from far, this mantelpiece looks really pretty with the 2 Christmas lights. And here's a Christmas wreath that I just made up with some swags that go on the mantelpiece, but I decided to turn it into a wreath. And these are my poor plants that can't stay outdoors anymore because of the winter months. So this is the only place in this house I can actually, where they can get a little bit of sun and I have a place to put them. And this is a Buddha that we had bought long time ago, 2003 I think. And this Buddha has traveled with me everywhere. Yeah, he does bring a lot of peace to the house. And this painting up here is an original piece done by a family friend that we know of sunsets, presumably in India with the Indian costumes. And here's also a classical miniature painting that is a print of a miniature painting. It's a classic Mughal style painting. A lot of details and beautiful, which a friend of mine gave me as a gift. And here's my son up here, a philosopher. And here's me as a young kid. And here's my first dog, Junior, who passed away in 2011 in England while we were living there. We still have his ashes. And his ashes are right here in this little porcelain sculpture. So, and this is one thing I really want to show you, is a little embroidered picture that my son found in a flea market, but it reflects the countryside and the activities of the women. This woman is actually tilling some rice in that stone mill. And this is how my grandma in the village used to husk paddy and grind, powder many things. So it was amazing that he found this picture at a flea market somewhere in downtown Baltimore. So this video is about how moving to a smaller house into a living room that's 1/3 the size of my previous living room has made everything here valuable, because most of the things here, almost all of the things here, are things I really enjoy looking at, and I pay attention to them. And I do actually end up taking books now out of this bookshelf and actually rereading them, because these are the books that I have actually decided to keep. There are some cooking books here, but there are also books from the time when I was an undergraduate, some of the self-improvement books that really had a big impact on my life, some of the wisdom books like the Bible, the Torah, the Bhagavad Gita, the Quran. So my space has become smaller, but my quality of life has gone up. So this is a video about bigger is not better. Thank you.